Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and I'm doing a little update in the garden right now this morning, first thing, because I wanted to see how the night fared with the rats, and we have a casualty. So guys, if there's one thing I've learned about getting rats out of your garden is that it is a battle every day. So every day you just have a little battle and either you're gonna win or the rat's gonna win. Yesterday I won because I caught a rat and my watermelon plant was saved, which I will show you guys. But today they won. So I'm gonna show you what happened today and we're gonna go, just continue on the day. We're gonna vlog today. So guys, I'm continuing to clear this bed today. I'm gonna completely clear this bed of everything that it doesn't need. Now, the rat came in and it ate completely that kale plant, so that one is gone. Now, I was able to put this back in the ground and rebury it, and there was 2 plants here. The rat ate one, but the other one I reburied and it looks like it recovered. I put 2 traps back around it and it was fine. This watermelon survived just fine. This watermelon, on the other hand, it ate every single leaf off of it, except for the ones that were in the Swiss chard and the lead. So I'm going to leave it and maybe hope that it can recover, but if not, that was the only watermelon that was different. Now, if there's one thing I can say, the rats have truly helped me with decision making because I was going to grow just nothing but sugar babies in there, and then I found this start for the diamond, like black diamond or something like that, and I thought, that's kind of cool. But I put it in there, and then I thought to myself, I wonder if that's going to be like weird with pollination, like if it's going to cross pollinate, because it is a smaller space to grow watermelon in. And lo and behold, that's the one that the rats ate. So I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, it's a sign and I should not stress out about it too much, because I do have another sugar baby that I'm going to put in there, and I'm also going to throw some seeds in there too as well. Now, one thing that it did bother was my cantaloupe, and I will show you guys what it bothered, and also that was part of my decision making too as well. So guys, my midget cantaloupe is growing aggressively and beautifully, and I love it, and everything is nice about it. But as you can see over there, there was a vine that went off that was attaching to, it keeps attaching to the AC unit, which I tried to move it and it keeps going back. And then there was one here that kept kind of growing out into this space. Now, my idea was maybe I was going to trim this one and that one, but I just haven't done it. And lo and behold, those were the 2 that the rats decided to eat the leaves off of. So if I had to think of like a positive spin to put on this, I can say at least the rats are helping me with decision making. Now, one thing I am going to try that one of our viewers said was to put forks or staples down by things. So I think that I'm going to go throughout the garden. I'm going to go to Dollar Tree today and just buy a big pack of plastic forks, and I'm going to bury them throughout the garden and basically surround all of the new starts that I'm putting into as well. And hopefully between the forks and the sticky traps, I can make all of this happen. Now, I do have a section where I'm going to put a lot of stuff because I think that that's where they're first coming in, and I'll show you guys. So I feel like it makes sense that this is the most dug up part in my garden because this is the most unhealthy part in my garden. So one of the things I'm going to make sure that I do today is prune and get rid of everything that's unhealthy, because the acorn squash weren't doing good and the beans weren't doing good, and this, as you can see, this area is just really, really dug up. So my main thing that I'm going to do today is get this garden nice and tidy and cleaned up. And remember, if you guys are battling pest issues, a nice, tidy, clean space is a nice, tidy, healthy space for wherever you're growing stuff in. And then also, we go inside, grab that male squash flower because the female flower just opened up. Alright guys, so I got actually 2 flowers, one from yesterday and one from the day before yesterday. Now it can be super annoying when you're trying to grow squash and they open up 1 flower at a time, and they do that in the beginning. Most of the time during like the closer to the end of the season, when the flower is trying to like really reach its like lifespan, then they'll open up more at a time and you'll get more flowers. But for right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and hand pollinate. Now for those of you guys that are wondering about hybridization when it comes to plants, this is what creating a hybrid plant is doing, essentially, is somebody hand pollinating something. So you should never be afraid of hybrid plants. Now, when you have like GMOs and different things like that, that's when they're genetically modifying things with like different chemicals and different things like that, so that's different. But just creating hybrids is just hand pollinating, essentially what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm not creating a hybrid with this plant, I'm using its own flowers for its own thing, but if I wanted to try and create a hybrid, I could just take a male flower and put it to a female flower and try to create something that way with a different type of squash. Now, for this, I will say that I've had about an 80 to 90% success rate with hand pollinating the day after. So that's typically why I try and gather flowers. If I see a female flower coming in, I will try and continue to gather the male flowers that open up so that then I can put as much pollen as possible on it. And being in a little Ziploc bag just helps keep some moisture out, so it helps just kind of keep that pollen viable. So I'm going to open this one up and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So guys, also I want to show you close up on here. I'm thankful that these little buggies survived the night. Now, not all bees are just pollinators. There's also other little bugs that are pollinators. These ones, I want to say that they're like some type of like a lacewing or something like that, but they are also pollinators. They are what been pollinating a lot of the things in my garden. So I'm happy that these little buddies survived in the refrigerator. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part and I'm going to put that inside of that part, and that's what we're going to pollinate. This is the male, this is the female. Now I want to be careful not to kill those little buggies, and there's still pollen on there, so I left that right on top so those little buggies can get back to their environment. And then I'm just going to take that and put it just right in there and dab that pollen inside of here. And that is basically IVF for squash plants. So I'm going to hope that that works, and we will see in a couple of days. I'll keep you guys updated, but let's go get dressed and then go to the Dollar Tree and try and find some forks so that I can continue to put together a plan for this garden. So just wanted to mention to you, one thing that I'm going to do is leave the male flowers around the parts of the male flowers. I'm just leaving them around for the day because, one, I want to encourage just more insect activities going from them to the female flower, and two, hopefully try and attract some bees too as well, because they are the easiest pollinators. Alright guys, it's been an eventful kind of day. I found some forks at the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to take you guys outside and show you guys that, but I just got the mail and I got my herbs in from Amazon. So I got a mullein leaf, I got some feverfew, and I also got a big giant bomb of lemon balm. Big giant bag of lemon balm. I can't talk right now. I ordered some extra herbs just because I haven't grown enough to make sure that I have enough in my medicinal medicine cabinet. So while my herbs are growing outside, I got some that are organic and from a trusted source that I get on Amazon that are all like organic and free of everything. So I am going to be probably making some tinctures on Friday for Medicinal Friday. If you guys want to, I'll give you guys an option. If you guys want to see how I make my tinctures, let me know, just say tinctures down below, or if you want to see health benefits of garlic, put garlic down below. And then we can say, okay, that's what we want for Medicinal Friday. Or I could put it on the community tab. I'll do both. I'll put it on the community tab too, and then people can vote. So let's go outside and I'll show you guys what I'm doing with all of these forks. All right, so I might have gone a little bit crazy with the forks, but I think this might actually work. I'll actually tag the subscriber that commented and told me what to do for this so that you guys can read their comment. And it was on the last video because I think that this is kind of like a genius idea. Let me show you. So basically my watermelon plants are like preparing for a battle with like a little fork fort in front of them, which I kind of think is a great idea, guys. And this is the one that they ate all the leaves. I pulled it up, I put them off the ground to kind of get them going, and it's still fine. It still has its lead, so I think it'll be fine and that one will recover. But this is the newer one, and this is the one that they had knocked over, and it was like with the rat in the trap, but I was able to stick it back on the ground and it seems to be fine. And then that one's just doing good. So let me know what you guys think of this idea. And over here, guys, I got the sticky trap and the forks. And you know, these I really don't think do that much, but I turned them on anyway, so we're just gonna see what happens. So I mean, there's a solid chance that I went a little crazy with these forks, but it was like 50 forks for $1. So if $2 can solve all of my problems, like in my gardening world, why not? Why not? So that's gonna be my solution for right now. But until next time, make sure you guys are growing yourselves a garden, because even a small space can provide you with tons of food. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for an update. I mean, guys, even with all of its little ratty issues, it's still one of my favorite beautiful spaces.